Hi, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. This is my channel. My name is Kayleigh. This is going to be a general reading for Leo for the 15th to the 30th of November 2018. It's a general reading, which means that it won't necessarily resonate with everybody. If it doesn't resonate with you, then by all means take a look at your chart. I will try and put the link below so that you can go and find out what planets, signs, what planets were in which signs at the time of your birth. So like where the moon was, which zodiac that was in. In my case, that was Libra in my chart. So I'm a Cancer sun, Libra moon, Scorpio rising, and Venus was in Taurus when I was born. Okay, a little bit of sharing for you. If this doesn't resonate, then try another reading within your chart. So say I was looking for a more love reading, and when I get love readings, they tend to resonate more with Taurus, for example, but will it be in my Venus? I would try a Taurus reading. It might resonate a bit better with where I am in my life, or you know, the message might be meant for me from there. If you're a cross watcher, meaning that you're not necessarily a Leo, but you're looking to do a little bit of a look in to see what's going on with Leo, you are more than welcome here. Whether you're a cross watcher or a Leo yourself, if there are two roles in a reading, and I say Leo, but you feel that the other one resonates, if you're a Leo and I say Leo and you feel you resonate with the other person in that situation, then it may be that the roles are reversed. So I may be saying Leo, but you may not resonate with the Leo that I'm talking about. You may resonate with the other person. Likewise, if you're a cross watcher and I say Leo, it may resonate actually better with you, your side of the situation. The cards that I'm using are the Naked Heart Tarot. This is my favourite artwork in any tarot deck. It's by Gillian C. Wilde. I actually follow her on Instagram as well because she has beautiful posts every day. And I think this is quite a very intuition based deck. A lot of people compare it to the Wild Unknown deck, but to me they're actually quite different, very different. The Wild Unknown deck's a bit more abstract than this, but I love the pen and ink style imagery on the deck. And I love that the Fool is a unicorn, and not like a cutesy unicorn, like a proper unicorn. If it comes up, I'll show you. If it doesn't, I'll try and find it at the end so you can see it. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. So yeah, that's I will try and link the deck below. I got it from littleredtarot.com if you're in the UK. Or anyway, regardless, you should have a look at Little Red Tarot. It's a stunning site, and Beth Maiden has a excellent blog, tarot blog, for queering the tarot, to do with queering the tarot. That could be feminism based, queer, trans. I'd love a slow holler deck. That's my ultimate deck, a slow holler. Although this is my favourite artist artwork. Slow holler is a stunning deck, absolute stunning deck. And I keep looking, but they're about as expensive as my Jane Austen ones that I have. So if anyone wants to swap a set of Jane Austens for a set of slow holler tarot cards, I'm more than happy to do that, because they work out about the same on eBay. That's my Cancer mug. I actually bought it in Tesco's. I say Tesco's. I know it's Tesco, but I'm from Plymouth, live near Plymouth, and we say Tesco's. As there's Sainsbury's, although that is Sainsbury's, isn't it? Morrison's and other Waitrose. There are other supermarkets available. Okay. Obviously that's the deck that I'm using. Like I said, I will share the link below if such things are of interest to you. I also have a couple of oracle decks. I might not pull an oracle card, it depends how the read goes. But I have a romance based one and a general day-to-day. Has a bit of love in there, seeing as I went to it earlier for the Cancer read and asked for no romance, and it gave me romance, no love. So Spirit tells you what you need to know, not what I'm asking it for sometimes. With regards to a divination reading, you should never, ever, 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 ever use it as the sole basis for a major life decision. So if it is to do with legal, medical, finance, anything that would require, you would normally, usually in every other run of the mill of your life, seek the appropriate expert advice before making a decision. You have to make a full-rounded decision. Tarot gives you a situation that may arise and guidance for that situation, but sometimes with a prospective outcome. As with any advice, you don't have to follow it. You have free will. If you don't like the path that seems to be coming up for you, it gives you the opportunity to be aware of that situation and to make moves to change that as it comes in, to prepare yourself for that situation coming in. And likewise, if the situation turns up and you don't want it to follow the path that the cards are saying, you can change your fate. To quote Merida from Brave, you can change your fate. That's my worst Scottish accent ever. Which is ironic because I lived in Scotland for 15 months and my son was actually born in Scotland. Anyway, that's oversharing again. Okay, Leo. As I said, this is going to be a general read for Leo for the 15th or 30th of November. Oh, and they've popped already. A couple have popped already. Okay. So it looks like you're chasing something. You're after something. I don't know which way this is going to go. Sometimes I get love readings. Sometimes I get life readings, business readings. This looks like you're chasing something. You're driven, striving for something. It's also the chariot is also the symbol for Cancer, as it shows there. So you may have something to do with the Cancer. But you are chasing the dream, basically. You are driven, you know where you want to go, what you want to do. You are pulling everything you need in direction. The good news is you should have some success with that. The Three of Cups is all about celebrations, gathering, family gathering. Perhaps you're planning to get the family together for some reason and have a bit of a shindig. You can also, the Three of Cups is also friendship. So like your best friends, getting the girls together, having a girls' night. If you are striving to have a mum's night, whatever reason, that's going to happen. But this feels bigger than that. This feels like something that you are passionate about, driven about, something that you feel you have to follow. You have to follow your star. You have to go on your journey and get what you need. Make your idea take flight, for example. You are going to need your family and friends around you, and they are going to lift you up. They are going to buoy you up. They are going to support you. They are going to be with you on this. They are driven as much as you. They are passionate about the fact that you are doing what you are doing, and they are there to support you. They will celebrate your losses and celebrate your wins and commiserate your losses. And they may well celebrate your losses with you, like it wasn't meant to be. Look at that. Wasn't that a lucky escape? But yeah, they are with you. They're definitely with you. There's a crown there, so there's a higher purpose to what you're doing. But yeah, that's beautiful that they are there with you, celebrating with you. They got your back, so to speak. Definitely. You have a support network, particularly female support. A group of women around you. It could be mum, nan, aunt, sister, best mate, best friend, wife. Definitely feels like there's celebration in the air for wife, life, the women in your life. Okay. So, the next card that came up is the High Priestess. This is divine guidance. So you are divinely guided. You know spiritually which way you're supposed to go. I'm getting that this is something you've wanted to do for quite a while. And you've done your soul searching. And you've done your planning or trying to work out how to do it. And now you have a divine purpose. It's the moon. If you look, triple moon goddess, maiden, mother, crone. So those three women are again repeated here. The Three of Cups, the three women, this triple moon goddess. You have three very empowering women in your life, guiding you on this path, supporting you. They are going to be your biggest supporters. They're going to be your biggest comfort if it doesn't go successfully. Although I'm getting you're so reined in with what you need to do, you are very clearly driven. I mean, Leos are driven, and you know where you need to go. But you've got three very strong women, or this could be you and two other women actually, if you are a woman. There's a lot of female empowerment in this. You are divinely guided. Your feminine power is your key right now. If you're a male, your feminine power is, you have it within you anyway. So if I say female, it just means your female power, your inner knowing, trusting your intuition. Your gut will never fail you in this situation. Whatever you're going for, you are divinely guided to go for it. The eye of truth, look, eye, you know, all-seeing eye. All-seeing eye, the owl is wisdom. She's crowned with her tiara. She's a high-ranking intuition. She doesn't get muddled up with the nurturing side of things. She's very much air energy, higher power, moon energy, mystical, magical, female, spiritual energy. This is a love reading. I don't get love reading. I'm very much getting career. Something that is empowering on your path for you. You are going to be successful. It's going to emotionally fill you up. This is the beginning of something that is going to emotionally fill you up. It may lead to love. I'm not getting love though. This is very much, it's going to be your vocation that you are following, your vocation in life. Very much that it's water energy. It's all about emotions and feelings. So maybe you're going into a career within mental health. It will be fulfilling. It will fill you up emotionally. You will feel like you're making a difference. It's going to bring you a sense of, I want to say bliss, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be unemotional in what you are doing. I'm getting that you could be in mental health or something nurturing like teaching, training, medical. It could be medical, but more the mental health side. That's what I'm getting, something nurturing. It could be a counselling role. But you're going to be very good at it. You are going to show people, guide people, teach people. Although the Emperor's more forceful than that, it's more managerial. So maybe you're going into a career where you are managing a mental health team, or I'm very much getting that you can help guide people to healing, to emotional healing. You could be a relationship counsellor or a teacher. But the Emperor is very much fiery, passionate, driven. This is a career that you could potentially grow in. And you know what way you want it to go. You are driven. You have the Chariot. You are driven. And you're guided, divinely guided to do it. So it is very much, I'm getting like mental health. Or it could be that you're a manager, I want to say managerial role, but I'm not getting that, a course leader, and you're very good at getting results out of people, or a manager that you're very good at getting results out of people because you nurture the person. You have taken into account how a person's mood, mental health can affect their performance. Very much like a guide, you are concerned with the way people feel, which is not traditionally a very Leo role, if you get what I mean. You're fire and passion and drive and let's do this, which does come through with the Sky Father, which is the Emperor traditionally. So it's very much, oh no, that's the, sorry, that's the Hierophant, that's the High Priestess. No, it is the Emperor. Take it back, it is the Emperor. Nor me. Having a moment. It does happen. Anyway, Aries, the Ram, the Emperor. Driven, fire energy. So you are passionate about what you are going for. Fourth. Very much driven, leading. I think I confused it because of the whole teaching aspect. I think you are a teacher, whether that's teaching people techniques of how to care for themselves, teaching people, I'm getting very much a mental health vibe, and overall mindfulness, being very aware that people have feelings and how that affects performance. You could be a public speaker on matters like self-confidence. You are all about nurturing, driving people on self-care. That's what I'm getting very much. Driving self-care into people. Life coach type. You know those speakers, the empowerment speakers that they have at conferences and things. Very driven, very driven. I mean, the Five of Wands is all about struggle. So if someone is struggling, maybe you've struggled to get into this career, maybe you're struggling whether it's the right way to go, although I get that you've already gone on it and there are struggles involved within it. I might get a bit of clarity on that actually. Struggles within it, within the role. But it must be hard. I mean, if you're dealing with mental health, then you are obviously struggling. You're dealing with other people struggling, and you would naturally, wow, that was at the bottom and now it's come out. Dream job, aspirations. So maybe you're struggling to get this career to go to where you want it to go. But it feels very much like you are divinely guided to do this, for this to be your path. Very much driven. So I'm not getting struggle from that Eight of Cups. So your career is all good. The thing you're struggling with is not your career. The thing you are struggling with, you are passionate, fire. This is very much your energy, creative. And if that was a struggle, that's great. What your job is also going to bring in and that you are struggling with and wishing for, your current wish appears to be that you find love. So your career's all good. You're heading the way you want to go. You're passionate, driven about that. And that's all great. That is the way you're supposed to go. That is divinely guided. The High Priestess is there guiding you. Your intuition is there. Your drive is there. You have all the divine masculine and feminine energy you need to achieve what you want in that success, in that realm. It does fill you up. It does fill up your cup. You are full. You are a whole person. Wonderful. The only thing that's missing from that overflowing as such, because that's the whole cup and there's the opportunity for it, but it's not overflowing like the traditional Rider-Waite. You are passionate about what you do, and the thing that you're struggling with is the thing that you wish the most for, which is Two of Cups, your soulmate. You want to be passionate about someone, or you could actually be, there's somebody within work that you are interested in and you believe they are your soulmate, they are who you're supposed to be with. I mean, the Two of Cups is that balanced energy, two hearts entwined, equal share, emotions that are balanced. You balance each other out emotionally, mentally, physically, loving. It's a fair love. It's a true love. It's like you are equal. You are one. You are separate. but you are equal. You're two complementary souls, which is beautiful. I mean, you're tied by an invisible bond, really, a beautiful bond that no one can separate. And I get that somebody you work with, that's what you're struggling with within your career at the moment. And I'm getting that it could potentially affect your career if you're with them. So if you are a manager or a trainer and one of your students or clients, if you're working in mental health, you're struggling with the fact that you have feelings for them because you feel like they are who you're supposed to be with. That by being with them, by starting something with them, blurs some sort of line. And at the moment you're trying to find an answer to that. You're trying to find out how to take this 2 cups that you feel lost, but together these make 10 of cups, which is the happy ever after. At the moment you're on some sort of soul search to see whether it's okay to cross that line. Because this is what you're wishing for. You're struggling because this is everything you wished for. The struggle is that you want this happy, you want this filled up cup, but at the moment you're struggling because you can't feel that. All that you wish for could cost you that career that you're so driven for. But it crossed some sort of ethical line or moral line or some code of conduct that you are really struggling with. Because this could be the love of your life and you're scared to do anything about it. So at the moment you're walking away from it because the career means that much to you, and people, and like I say, people are cheering you on with this career, but the fact that this has come up has left you with something to struggle for. Everything you'd wished for outside of your career is going bang, that's fine, we're heading for where we want to be. Sorry, I need a drink. I'm going to have a quick... You are driven for where you want to be. You know the path you want to go on. You know everything. You know you are in your groove. You know your job inside out. You don't even really have to think. You instinctively know how to be great at your job. It's who you were born to be. It's how you're supposed to be. And it does fill you up and it does fill you emotionally. From a work perspective, you want the other side of that balance. You want the home perspective now. You want the person you dream of is this person that is causing you, whether you walk away from them or your job, is what I'm getting. You love them that much that you are tempted to walk away from your job because they are more important. They are the world to you, says the universe, but they make you feel you have the career, and being with them makes you feel like you have everything. That is the end of a cycle. That is everything I need right there in a package. They make you feel whole. You're done being single. I mean, to have found your life's purpose work-wise is amazing. Absolutely amazing. To have completed that cycle and found what it is you want to do, and to have that much support from your family and friends, that is amazing that you're doing it and driving towards it, where you want to go with it. Yeah, very much. And what you're struggling with is, it's now the 8 of Wands, which is the wands of love. Which are messages. This person's messaging you. You know what they are to you. They know what they are to you, and they're messaging you, and maybe that messaging is now getting to a point where it's crossing a line and you're considering, I'm not getting sexting, I mean I'm getting, you have a bit of banter, you communicate really well with each other, you kind of get each other. And it feels like things are going at about 100 miles an hour because it feels like they're the person you're supposed to be with. And really you are. With the Two of Cups, you are supposed to be together. You do love each other. You do honour each other. Yeah. How many 8s are coming out today? The 8 of Swords. You're scared to act. You're scared to do anything. You feel trapped. You are trapping yourself from saying the things that you need to say. You feel like you should tell them that you love them. You feel like you should just be open and honest and tell them. And you're scared to act. You're scared to go for it. You're scared to go and get the whole world because of the repercussions. And I don't envy you, because that's quite a hard place to be, Leo. To choose between your vocation in life and a job where you're happy and a person that it's quite new with. And you've been hurt at some point in the past, which is why you're hesitating going forward with this person. Someone stabbed you in the back in the past. Good and proper. And you were done with love, which is why you went all driven in your career. This isn't the history repeating itself. This isn't history repeating itself. The other person wasn't meant for you. You took your lesson, thank you very much. Yeah, this relationship is all about growth. You learnt a lesson and you grew. The Queen of Pentacles is all about grounded energy, nurturing energy, mothering energy. Not emotionally, just like making sure everything's good, making sure you've got your money, making sure that you're comfortable. And obviously that's what you're worried about, that's going to cost you. This could potentially stab you in the back and cost you your job, cost you the comfort that you've come to know through your career. I'm just wondering which is the best way to go, which I believe is why you are wondering which way to go. To me, I'm getting following the star. You've come across, you've walked away from them, and they're still messaging you, they're still chasing you, they're still interested. And you're just scared to act. Which way should you act? If it were me, I'd follow my passion. I would follow your energy is wand energy, which is action, doing, saying, going with your gut. You just know, you instinctively know. You instinctively know which way to go, because they are your Ten of Cups. They are your happily ever after. They are the rock. You will build a beautiful home together. Look at the beauty of those crystals, that rainbow set of crystals, all those cups lined up all beautifully. You know, like the mummy daddy cups, or the two mums cups, or the two dads cups, the couple in the middle, and then everybody around them. Almost lined up like when you get married at an altar, you know? All those bridesmaids and flower girls and page boys and mothers, and this is gonna be a beautiful foundation where you grow together and you have this beautiful happy ever after. And I don't mean that like it's all going to be plain sailing all the way along. I'm not saying that. This is worth taking the risk, because why would you keep yourself trapped there, a rose with all those thorns around them, never actually showing your true beauty or living the full potential that you could? The communication's there. They are your world. They complete your cycle, and what more do you want than the world and the Ten of Cups when it comes to this person, and the Two of Cups. Sorry, and the Two of Cups. You've been divinely guided to this person. The only thing you're worried about is if the risk doesn't pay off. But going with them. But I don't think it's as bad as you think it is. I think you're seeing a problem that isn't necessarily there. If you two are serious about each other, there are ways to work around it. Someone else, they can move to someone else's team, or a different office, or Obviously, if they are a patient, that's slightly different. You would probably need to get some advice on how to deal with that before it crosses the line. Before it crosses the line. But if this is a co-worker, there are ways around that. There are ways to not end it. Because it's your person. This is the person you are going to have a future with, and you see your future with. You're going to be emotionally happy. I mean, you've got the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. And the only other one that you've got that could be considered any sort of disadvantage in cups is the Eight of Cups, where you're walking away from it. But that's your choice to do that. Everything the universe is giving you is positive. And even if you take the 8 cups and add the 2, you get the 10, which I already said in the beginning and when they came up. This is given, divine. This is divinely guided. You've trusted your intuition and your drive within your career. Why the hell are you not trusting your gut and your drive when it comes to your love life? I'm getting, if it's work related, as in a work-based romance within the workplace, go for it. If it is a client-based, like you're working, client-based communication, talking, patient, stop it dead. But if this is you, grounded, nurturing, you're just a trainer training someone, if you are equal footing, of equal standing, and in this dynamic within your workplace, if you're of equal standing, i.e., like I said, co-worker, trainee, that's fine. Go for it. Go for it. Work-based, equal, you can grow together. Charge ahead. Go for it. If there is an imbalance, if you are not balanced equally in position, stature, in this instance, patient, doctor, patient, carer, teacher, student. I'm not talking about trainers. I'm not talking about work-based training. I'm talking about teacher, student. You know where there are duties of care? Stop that dead. Don't even go there. Don't cross that line. If there is an ethical reason why you should not be crossing that line, don't cross that line and seek advice, because if you have those feelings for them, that I don't know how that works, you might have to have them transferred to somebody else to deal with. If it's equal and there is no duty of care, you can't be an abuse of power, you could never be in a position where you could be accused of an abuse of power, then absolutely go for it. And it is going to fill you up. It's going to be the world. You communicate beautifully. You have these deep feelings for each other. You are just trapped in fear at the moment. Trapped in fear, Leo. That's all it is. I can't blame you. If you've built up this career and you think it's going to risk it in any way, and I'm guessing your family are so proud of you that you feel like as a secondary thing, you're going to let them down if you fluff it up, fuck it up, basically. But no, I wouldn't risk it for anywhere where you are not equals in the relationship. There is trust. There is an element of trust in your relationship status. Like I say, if you are a doctor-patient, teacher, anywhere that it's ethically not correct for you to impose those sorts of feelings on another person, whether they chase or not. And if you are a teacher and a student is coming on to you like that, you need to be informing your boss and getting that nipped in the bud. Whatever the temptation. But anyway, for those that can go ahead, can we have some advice, please, for Leo from the Oracle card? These are the Romance Oracle cards, Romance Angels, as it went a bit love. I might pull one of each, actually. One for love and one for wisdom. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. that might mean something to somebody. Or maybe it's, if it is a student, maybe they've got family issues that they are perhaps imparting on you. Maybe they've not had such a happy childhood. Maybe that's why they are a patient of yours. They've got issues. I'm not going to say daddy issues because that's so pop culture. I have daddy issues. But you know what I mean. Like, you work in that field. You know that that could potentially be part of that. The answers to your prayers are about... Sorry, the answer to your prayers about your love life are based in your feelings about your mother and father. What their feelings. The romance angels see that you'd benefit from releasing old anger towards one or both of them. That's because your feelings about your parents that's because your feelings about your parents influence your choice of romantic partner and the way in which you deal with relationships. You can ask the angels to help you put forgiveness into action. To forgive someone doesn't mean that you're endorsing his or her behaviour. The angels will tell you that doing so is a form of deep emotional detoxification. It means I'm no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body. So if they are a patient, a mental health patient, and something stems from their past, they need to fix those issues before anything can happen with you. And that might be another reason why you're holding back if it's outside of a school teacher-trainer relationship. When you find inner peace with your parents, you'll no longer need to attract unhealthy relationship patterns and partners as a way of healing family emotional wounds. All of your relationships, especially the one you have with yourself, will benefit. So maybe you do have past history issues with your family, a divorce that's maybe within the family. Well, you've got all that female energy, so it could very much be that your dad walked away or whatever. Or your mum walked away and you had an empowering dad who played dad and mum. Played mum and dad? No, they were mum and dad. They didn't play it. They actually raised you. A single parent family. So maybe that plays into your thoughts like, why would I risk my career when all it's going to do is end up like this? And maybe that's why you're holding back. Either way, you or both of you need to work on that before you can go anywhere with it, really. Because you have to be able to trust your partner. And your parents, your family are your biggest development. They're they imprint on you, how you perceive relationships. So very much I would, if that's them, if there's a teacher relationship, teacher-student or counsellor, and you know they have these issues, then absolutely I would just nip it in the bud. Personally, I mean, you may choose that they're worth it, they're worth more than the career. Or change your career for them. Okay. Can I have an oracle card, please? This is Wisdom of the Oracle. I will list these links to these decks below. Wisdom of the Oracle card, please, for Leo for the 15th to the 30th of November 2018. There we go. Between Worlds. I love this card. I really do. I think it's beautiful with the flamingo with the crown. Let's find it. Story time. Not what I think. Story time. Transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, no man's land. It's just not you, stuck between whether you do or you don't. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. So you're assuming that it's all going to end badly, and it might not. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is the state of making and unmaking and making again. Now is to admit not knowing. So you don't know what you don't know what to do. That's just the place that you're in. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. So I don't think you intended for this to happen the way it has. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. Relationship message. This is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, which is what you were worried about. So allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? That was just it. You're important to you. You're in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. So just savour it for a moment. Enjoy the messages. Enjoy getting to know each other. If you are concerned about where it could lead to with regards to your career or some other major hang-up, I'm getting very much that it's your job that you're concerned about. I would just consider that if it's that much of a concern to you, then absolutely go and seek advice on how to deal with that. How it could affect you, not how to deal with the person. That's up to you how to deal with the person. But if you're feeling that strongly for someone and you're concerned that it could jeopardize your career in any way, I don't think that it will, though. I think you are making more of that than there is. There are always ways around. Most people, a large number of people meet their partner through their job, so it's expected that there is a procedure in place for this. So, at the moment, just enjoy the feelings. Enjoy how they make you feel. I know you feel like it's going to go a long way. And I hope that it does, and it brings you prosperity, happiness and joy and contentment and that Ace of Cups that you're looking for. Congrats on the amazing career, by the way. Very jealous. I wish I knew what I wanted to do in life and was driven. Well, I am with this, but I mean, like, sometimes I think maybe I should be a bit more sensible, more office-based. Anyway, Leo, I hope you find the answers that you're looking for. I really do. I think you need to trust your gut a bit more. Trust your heart. Trust what you know. Inside what you know. Just take a moment, clear your mind, and just let your gut guide you, because it's led you. It's not guided you wrong in your career, so I would trust it in this as well. Anyway, I hope this has told you what you need to hear, Leo. I wish you all the best. I hope it turns out positive, because they are your Two of Cups. They are the overpouring partner that I think you've been wishing for, hoping for, and now it's arrived at a really good point in your life. It's just the circumstance. Life is messy. Nothing's ever like a film. Nothing's ever going to be like a film. It's just messy. It's just how it is. I just don't think this is as big a problem as you think it is. Again, take advice if needed from HR department if you're concerned in that front. Obviously, if it's somebody that is, the word safeguarding issues means anything to you, if it's a safeguarding issue, you need to report that immediately, whether that directly affects you or otherwise. Because if somebody is not inferior, but you know what I mean, an inferior position to you, and that could be reflected badly on you, then absolutely sort the safeguarding issue. Anyway, I hope that brings you what you need, Leo. Thank you so much for watching. If it didn't resonate, by all means, check your other signs. Thank you very much for watching. Love and light to you. I'll see you soon.